Greetings, dear companions. A fair day to you all. Glenn here again, returning once more for your esteemed presence with episode number 3. I trust the previous episodes have brought you delight and knowledge. As hinted in trailer 3, today's narrative shall revolve around none other than the esteemed George Washington. It seems a prudent decision to dedicate an episode unto the Honorable Mr. Washington. Should you find satisfaction in the content here, I beseech thee to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and activating notifications, ensuring you be amongst the foremost to participate in forthcoming episodes. As customary in previous engagements, my aim remains to furnish thee with concise tidbits enough to tantalize thy curiosity and beckon further exploration. Thus, without undue delay, let us commence. And fret not, I shan't burden thee with exhaustive details of the already well-known facts concerning Mr. Washington. I assume you are already acquainted with these basic ones. He was born February of 1732, offspring of Augustine and Mary Ball Washington. His father died at the tender age of 11. He commenced his career as a land surveyor, joined in matrimony with Martha Dandridge Washington in the year 1759. Bestowed with the mantle of Commander of the Continental Army in 1775. He dared the icy waters of the Delaware River in 1776. Unanimously elected president on 2 occasions, serving from 1789 to 1797, and departed this mortal existence on December 14, 1799, at the age of 67. My goal here is to present you with 10 facts, the acquaintance of which may not be commonly known. Verily, some amongst thee may be aware of them, while others may find themselves less acquainted. Yet I dare say, all shall learn something new herein. Now, let us make this fun. Instead of a mere presentation of 10 uncommonly known facts about Washington, let us engage in a trial of thy knowledge. I'll present each question and pause for 10 seconds for you to answer. If you need more than 10 seconds, simply pause the video. After the 10 seconds, I'll present the answer and additional details if appropriate. Keep thy count of how many of the 10 you answered correctly. I would love for you to disclose in the comments section below thy tally of correct responses. All 10 correct, and thou art truly excellent. 6 or less correct, commendable progress, yet perhaps an expansion of thy knowledge may be in order. Question number 1. Did Mr. Washington assume any political office beyond being president? Indeed, he was elected to the Virginia House of Burgesses representing Frederick County. He ascended to the role of presiding officer at the Philadelphia Convention, convened to amend the Articles of Confederation, chosen by the inaugural Virginia Convention as a delegate to both the First and Second Continental Congress. Question number 2. How many siblings did Mr. Washington claim? 0, 4, 7, or 9? Nine, including himself, 10 souls in total, accounting for step and blood relations. 4 step siblings from his father's union with Jane Butler, and 5 offspring from his biological mother, Mary Ball Washington. Mary bore witness to the passing of 8 of her step and biological children before her own departure from this mortal life, with only Charles and George surviving her. Of Mary's 6 biological children, George, her firstborn, was the last remnant of the 6, thus concluding the earthly journey of all 9 siblings before him. Question 3. Did Mr. Washington affix his signature to both the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution? A. Yes, both. B. No, neither. C. Just the Declaration of Independence. And D. Just the Constitution. Mr. Washington found himself situated in New York at the moment of the Declaration's solemn signing, thus precluding him from participation. The answer is D. He inscribed his name solely upon the parchment of the Constitution. 'Twas he who bore the distinction of being the foremost to lend his signature to the Constitution. Of the 55 delegates who convened for the framing of the Constitution, 39 did affix their marks upon the hallowed pages. Question 4. Does Mr. Washington's birth fall upon the 11th day or the 22nd day of February? In truth, either response does earn thee favor. Washington entered this world upon the 11th day of February in the year of our Lord 1731, as per the Julian calendar, established by Julius Caesar in 45 BC. Yet, in the year 1582, Pope Gregory VIII did a reform of the calendar, birthing the Gregorian calendar. 'Twas in 1752 that Britain embraced this alteration, thus transposing Washington's celebration to the 22nd day of February in 1732, a shift of a year and 11 days. Question 5. Did George Washington regularly wear a wig, as was the popular style of his time? Yes or no? No, he didn't. While 'tis true that wigs held sway in the realm of fashion, Mr. Washington, preferring to retain his own natural locks, left untamed, cascaded in length, and bound behind in a ponytail. Yet, though he forewent the wig, Mr. Washington did partake in the custom of powdering, lending his locks the striking hue witnessed in renowned portraits. 'Twas a customary practice of the age. Furthermore, relics of his hair endure today, held in esteem by the Smithsonian Institution and the Academy of Natural Sciences, bearing witness to the crimson tresses he once possessed in his youth. Question number 6. How did Mount Vernon, Washington's home, get its name? A. After a well-known colonial location. B. After a British admiral. Or C. After a colonial officer. The answer is B. Washington's half-brother, Lawrence, upon the acquisition of the Little Hunting Creek plantation in 1743, renamed it Mount Vernon in homage to his esteemed superior, Admiral Edward Vernon, whom he served with in deference and esteem. Mount, meaning the house sits on a hillside. Vernon, after Admiral Edward Vernon, thus Mount Vernon. Question 7. Was Washington a church vestryman and or Freemason? Yes, both. No, neither. Or just one of these? The answer is both. Indeed, Washington's esteemed stature assumed the mantle of vestryman for both Fairfax Parish in Alexandria and Truro Parish in Fairfax County. The former situated at a distance of approximately 10 miles from Mount Vernon, while the latter lay a mere 7 miles distant. Washington dutifully discharged his responsibility within Truro Parish from 1762 to 1784, earning further recognition by his peers who entrusted him with the duties of church warden for 3 consecutive terms. Such stewardship entailed the oversight of the parish's daily affairs, a testament to Washington's commitment to his religious community. Turning to the realm of Freemasonry, Washington's involvement merits mention. As a member of the Masonic Lodge in Fredericksburg, eventually ascending to the esteemed position of master within the Alexandria Lodge, thereby affirming his dedication to the fraternal bonds of Freemasonry. Question 8. Did Washington free his slaves? Indeed, George Washington was the only president to free his slaves. Within his will and testament, he penned directives for the liberation of all his slaves upon the demise of Martha Washington. Yet, Washington's actions did not stand alone in Virginia history. In the waning days of the American Revolution in 1782, the Virginia legislature enacted legislation permitting slaveholders to emancipate their slaves without a special action of the governor or council. While the commemoration of the president's progressive decrees endures, the intricacies of reality diverge from the simplified narrative here to a more complex history. Delve further into the history yourself to glean a more nuanced understanding of this complex subject. Question 9. Did Washington ever step foot outside North America? Indeed, but only once in his lifetime. But it was not to England, as was customary by members of his family or other colonists, for scholarly pursuits or leisurely visits. At the tender age of 19, accompanied by his half-brother Lawrence, Washington embarked on a voyage to the tropical isle of Barbados. Yet fate dealt a cruel hand as Washington caught smallpox amidst the exotic environment. Lawrence, beset by the ravages of tuberculosis, sought solace in the milder climates of the Caribbean upon counsel of his physicians. The journey took 6 weeks to arrive in Barbados, a duration equivalent to what today would be a mere 6 hours by airplane if you were traveling from D.C. to Barbados. Washington once solemnly declared he would never step foot on British soil. In the year 1921, the United States bestowed a tribute to its illustrious son in the form of a statue, which now holds court in Trafalgar Square in England, a testament to enduring transatlantic unity. However, because of Washington's comments, the dirt which the statue stands on today was imported from Virginia. Notably, the statue of Washington depicted in the hallowed halls of the Virginia State Capitol mirrors the same design as the one in England, underscoring the enduring bonds that bind the old and the new together. And question number 10, final. Did George Washington have a middle name? The answer is no. Indeed, the custom of bestowing middle names had yet to be widespread until the dawn of the 19th century. Only 20 occupants of the presidency of the United States bore the distinction of middle names. Within the lineage of Washington's father's 10 offspring, the practice of assigning middle names remained a rarity. only one offspring, John Augustine Washington, stood apart as the singular bearer of such an epitaph. So there you have it, 10 unique facts. Please write in the comments below how well you did on the test. There exist many, many more unique facts, but time's fleeting grasp forbids a deeper exploration. Here's a few high-level ones you may want to research on your own. Washington is the only ever 6-star general. He initiated the French and Indian War. What are his favorite books? Well, I can tell you one of them was Don Quixote. The ambassador of Spain gave him a personal copy. You can research some other favorite books. What was one of his favorite plays? One of those being Cato, a Tragedy. It's amazing how this play, written in the early 1700s, reflects a lot of what was going on during the American Revolution. Is chopping down the cherry tree fact or fiction? Did Washington have any children? He's the only one of 2 presidents to be on more than one U.S. currency. Which currencies are they? And who is the other president? More for you to research if you like. I'm always seeking myself to learn more, so perhaps you know some unique facts unmentioned here. Should such treasures adorn thy mind, I implore thee, please share them with me in the comments below. It would be great to see some new unique facts unknown. So that's it. We're going to end it there. Episode 4 should be out in a couple, 3 weeks. Its subject is still a secret. It's yet to be disclosed. Until then, a fair day unto you all.